Getting into this episode of GH, honestly, I see both points of view. When it come down to Tracy and Laura, I see both of their points of view. Um, I get exactly where Tracy coming from though. Getting rid of Sonny would be beneficial for her in a way because at the end of the day, she get to avenge some of her family members. Because Sonny has been a pain in the ass to the Quartermains for years, so I get her on that part. But I also understand where Laura coming from. Even if you get rid of Sonny, that's not gonna stop organized crime, and it won't. You really are gonna more than likely get somebody 20 times worse than Sonny. But for all the people that want to keep him in power, they're being hypocritical because when shit goes down and somebody gets shot or whatever, kidnapped, Sonny is the first one that they blame because he's in the mob. So they blame him for it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But also, I hate the fact that Tracy is willing to work with Ezra, of all people, Councilman Boyle, whatever the hell his name is. Um, she even wrote that man a check. I said, Tracy, what the hell are you doing? I wouldn't have gave him nothing. Gonna write him a check? Absolutely not. I wouldn't have gave him a damn penny. I wouldn't have gave that man a penny for his thoughts. Um, so I get where both of them are coming from. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I get both sides of the coin. But at the end of the day, I feel like the way that the writers are going with this, it does seem like they're doing a slow walk. Like they're slowly walking Sonny and Jason out of the mob. That's the way it's looking to me. Like it's making it seem that way because Sonny and Jason have been so watered down compared to how they were years ago. I mean, come on now. The way they allow Cyrus Renault to just come up in there and wreck things, the way that they're letting Sidwell move right on in. This is the same Jason and Sonny who went up against powerful crime families and still lived to tell the tale. Like they went up against the Russians and they were so badass in that storyline. They went up against Manny Ruiz. They went up against the Alcazars. They went up against the Zakaras. Like, come on. Come on. And everybody know Anthony was just as crazy as a bedbug. And they lived to tell the story. But lately, they've been very, watered down. They've been a shell of themselves. So it's starting to make me feel like the writers are trying to slowly get them out of the mob. And I'm cool with that, as long as you got something for them to do. Like what is Sonny and Jason supposed to do if they're not in the mob anymore? Because the storyline they got Jason in right now is just dreadful. Very dreadful. Like I wouldn't wish this storyline on a dog. Like I'm just saying. I really wouldn't. Because I feel like they could give Jason better material than this. Um, but anyway, speaking of Jason, it was so freaking hilarious watching him and Carly interact. Carly had that knife all pointed. I'm like, Carly, put that damn knife down. Why you got the damn thing pointed? I knew Carly wasn't gonna be happy about hold on, pause. Let me go back to something real quick because I just had thought about it. When Tracy was talking to Ezra and he mentioned that Esplanade, that scene was funny as hell because Tracy was like, listen, I don't give a damn about the Esplanade. People don't care about the Esplanade. I don't want to hear about no Esplanade. She said, if I ever hear that word again, it'll be too soon. She said, I don't care nothing about that. That shit was funny because she ain't lying. We don't care about nothing about no Esplanade. I really don't care. But anyway, back to Carly. So I knew she was going to flip when she found out Willow was going to go to Germany to go see Michael. I knew she was going to flip her shit about it. But see, this is the problem that I have with her. I'm all for her coming for Drew. I'm all for it. But the issue I have with her and the parallel is that Jason is trying to treat Michael like an adult. And I feel like Carly babies that boy. She treats him like a damn child. Even in this conversation, it felt like she was talking about a child and not a 30-something-year-old man. Like, oh, Michael's not ready. Like, he's not up to, having this conversation with her, and, he's still in love with Willow, and he'll probably give her whatever she wants. If that's what he chooses to do, that's his business. He's a grown ass man. If that's his choice, that's his choice. Carly need to fall back off of that. Because I have to agree 1,000% with Jason on this one. Willow and Michael need to have this conversation by themselves. No outside interference, nobody talking for her, nobody talking for him. It needs to be one-on-one. Like, could it backfire and Michael end up causing more damage to his custody stuff? Yeah, it can. Anything can backfire. Absolutely. But that's a risk Michael is going to have to take. That's a risk they're all going to have to take. But Michael and Willow need to have a conversation by themselves, whether Carly like it or not. And Carly going to continue to scheme and try to get this custody hearing going. I'm all for it. If that's what she want to do, knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying? If you come off victorious in this battle, that kudos to you. But other than that, she need to fall back and, let Michael and Willow figure this out. At least try to talk it out by themselves. And if Michael is still in love with Willow, then he's just a damn fool. Because after everything that happened, like, you're a fool. So anyway, speaking of Willow and Drew, I'm so sick of him. Like, he just kept, everything Willow said about Michael, Drew just kept bringing up the negative. Like, he just kept bringing up the negative, kept trying to talk shit about Michael, kept trying to talk shit about Jason. Oh, you can't trust Jason. Drew, shut up. Like, are you on your monthly cycle or something? Because you acting worse than a female. Like, please be quiet. And then had the audacity to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to go to Germany with you. No, your long neck ass ain't going. Sit down. And I'm glad Willow finally used her brain and said, no, I need to do this by myself. Like, absolutely. Having Drew there is not going to make matters better. It's going to make matters 10 times worse if Michael finds out Drew is in Germany with her. Like, that's not a good look. Let that girl go there and have a private conversation with her estranged husband, so they can try to figure this mess out. Like, Drew need to go on somewhere. Like, he is not helping nothing. And then when they had their little love scene, it made me just sick to my damn stomach because I didn't want to see that. Why do they sheets look like hotel sheets? I'm like, that's your personal home. Y'all not in a hotel, so why y'all sheets look like that? Like, y'all should be having some colorful sheets. Like, some red, some black, some blue. The hell y'all got a white sheet for with a blue, I think it's a black line or a navy line on there. Like a navy blue colored line up there. Like, it look like hotel sheets. I hate when they do that on daytime. Be having people sheets look like hotel stuff. I can't stand that, especially in a personal home. Like, your sheet shouldn't be looking like hotel sheets. I'm just saying, because not all hotel sheets are the greatest. Depending. I'm just saying, depending on where you go. Now, if you go to a Super 8, I know for a fact them sheets is questionable. No shade to anybody that's ever stayed there, but I had somebody that stayed there before, and it couldn't be me. I wouldn't have stayed. I'm just saying. I don't like to stay at no hotel, motel with questionable sheets. I can't do it. Like, I'm dead serious. I can't do it. I don't care if I only had 5 cents in my pocket. Nope. Nope. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't have me scratching and itching and nope. There ain't nothing crawling on me. Just saying. Nah, but I'm just messing around. But yeah, I'm so over them. This whole Willow Drew situation, they just make me gag every time I look at them. Like, they just like, ew. So anyway, moving on from that. BLQ and Chase, I ain't give a damn. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not care about they scenes today at all. I didn't care about their little adoption situation. I don't care. Like, them talking about adopting or whatever. Who cares? Okay. I feel bad for Ned, though, because that man walking around with a biological grandchild he don't even know he got. And BLQ talking about, oh, I feel bad for my dad. No, you don't. You don't feel bad for your daddy because you would have told him. Obviously, you must feel bad, but you don't feel bad enough. And Chase sitting there, oh, it'll be, trying to reassure her and stuff like that. I'm like, Chase, go on somewhere because you on my shit list at this point. You on my shit. You on my shit list. Like, for real. And I used to like Chase, but now he just pissing me off. Because you co-signing her bull. And Lois is the worst offender of them all, sitting here lying about an adoption agency. Lois is another Willow. Can't think for herself. Got to run to her mama. Like, literally got to get up on the phone, call her mother. Oh, I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? Ma'am, you're like 60-something years old. You got to call your 90-something-year-old mama to get you out of a jam because you can't answer a simple question about the adoption agency. Like, your mama got to pull the string. Like, I'm just saying. That's sad. That's plenty sad. I'm just saying. Like, come on, Lois. Do better. So she lied about the adoption agency, talking about, oh, this is where this the agency I use, but they shut down years ago. I'm like, Lois, you gonna go straight to hell with gasoline drawers on for lying like that. Like, she really is. Because you ain't had to lie to them like that. Like, I'm just saying, that was a horrible lie. So anyway, moving on from that. Lulu. So she got her new home. She got her new house. So apparently her house is the same set as the Spencer, the Luke old family home or whatever from the flashbacks that he had back, years ago when he apparently killed his mama by accident. And that house also used to be, that used to be Carly's house. That used to be her house years ago. So they gave her that crib. And my whole thing is this. How the hell does Lulu have that house? I just want to know, like, what money does she have to afford that place? Like, is she renting it? Is she owning it? Because working for BLQ temporarily as her assistant did not pay that much. Like, you quit the job. So, therefore, you didn't get fired. So, therefore, you're not getting unemployment compensation. So, what you going to do to pay them bills? Like, I'm just saying, how you going to move into a home? You just quit your job. Now she want to go back into journalism. And, of course, she had to call my boo, Vicky Lord. She tried to get a freelance writing position at the Banner. And, Vicky called her back and was like, we're going to do your story, a 2,000-word article, whatever the hell, on adoption. Of course. Adoption, of course. If she does an adoption story, we all know where that's going. She going to bust that BLQ Geo story wide open. Naturally. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just glad Lulu ass got a job. Like, cause them bills they need to get paid. So I'm glad you found something, Leslie Lou. And it made me sick to my stomach watching her sit there and reminisce with Dante and stuff like that. Knowing that that this man got a whole child out there and won't tell him. That made me sick. Sitting there kikiing with him. And he got a kid out there, well, a grown kid now. Like, that don't make no sense. Knowing what he went through with Sonny. Like, come on, Lulu. Laura was working my nerve a little bit. Because when she went to go see Lulu or whatever, I'm going to miss you guys at the house. And, I'm not going to get to see Rocco as often or whatever. I'm like, ma'am, they probably live 10 minutes from you. I'm pretty sure you're going to see Lulu and your grandkids every day. Like, y'all live in a small town. Port Charles ain't that big. Like, come on. Y'all all frequent the same places. You ain't missing nothing. So anyway, moving on from that. Nina is trying to add Porsha to her team or whatever for them to team up. It's so many alliances with this Drew storyline. It don't make no sense. I'm like, who is working with who? Who's working with who? Because it's like all these people trying to take down Drew. But Nina might have hit the jackpot on this one, though. Because when she saw the councilman with that little hooker, you know what I'm saying, that little sex worker, that was her end. Because now she going to use that sex worker to her advantage. I said, you better go ahead, Nina. Go to hell on, Nina. Hopefully this little plan of hers work. I could see why Nina won't snitch on herself about her and Drew. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I want her to tell Willow that her and Drew was messing around. But at the same time, the way Willow is right now, she still might stick with Drew. So it's like, who cares at this point? Anything you say about Drew, Willow gonna stick by his side, no matter what you say. You could say that man the boogeyman himself. She's still gonna go there and kiss him like a fool. So hopefully Nina plan work out. And I feel like Porsha definitely lying because I feel like Porsha got something on Drew. Because why is she still looking at his medical files? Like, what do you know? You know what I'm saying? You must know something because what's in his medical file that got you so interested? Like, why would you ask Brad to put his files from years ago, pull the recent ones, pull the one from 10 years ago? Why would you want those if you didn't have a hunch about something? And she playing it close to the vest too, because she ain't trying to tell nobody what she looking at them files for. So you up to something. I want to know what it is, Heifer. Because if you got some juicy dirt on him, fuck your medical license. You need to put that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? We could deal with your little medical snafu later on. But right now, we need to shut that bitch down. And shut him down quickly. Swiftly. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Peace.